We have made videos comparing the armies of many countries like USA vs. China, Russia vs. Ukraine, India vs. Pakistan, and many others. But today we are going to talk about the army of two neighboring countries who are also rivals, India and Pakistan. So let us tell you the story of India vs. Pakistan, who has the strongest military in 2025. Manpower and defense budgets. Let's start with the basics, the troops on the ground and the money invested in defense. Talking about the defense budget, India allocates around $79 billion for FY 2025-26. That's almost 10 times that of Pakistan, which has allocated $7.6 billion for the same period. This substantial difference in defense spending reflects India's larger military operations and technological advancements compared to Pakistan. Ground forces. Moving on to ground forces, India clearly dominates with a tank fleet of over 4,200. This includes the formidable T-90 Bhishma and the indigenous Arjun variants. On the other hand, Pakistan's tank fleet is much smaller with around 2,627 tanks. India's armored vehicle count is also substantially higher, with 148,594 units compared to Pakistan's smaller fleet. Moreover, India's artillery units number over 11,000, providing it with a significant edge in firepower support. Pakistan, however, also has a sizable artillery force with around 1,876 units. Though the exact figures of tanks and other vehicles are not available, it is safe to say that India's ground forces are more extensive and powerful than Pakistan's. This would likely result in India having the upper hand in a direct confrontation on the ground. Air power. Shifting our focus to the air, both India and Pakistan have made significant strides in modernizing their air forces. Helicopters. In terms of helicopters, India operates 899 military choppers, playing a crucial role in its air force. Pakistan's helicopter fleet is relatively smaller, with 373 units. India's larger helicopter fleet enhances its capability to conduct a wider range of missions from troop transport to attack operations. Missiles. India's Air Force operates 342 missiles, reflecting its focus on developing a strong air-to-ground capability. This includes a range of short, medium, and long-range ballistic and cruise missiles. Pakistan's missile inventory is smaller, but still significant with 147 missiles. These missiles include short and medium-range options primarily for air-to-surface attacks. Naval strength. Now let's dive into the naval capabilities of these two countries. India's Navy has a significant edge with 293 vessels compared to Pakistan's 121. One of the key differences is that India has two operational aircraft carriers, the INS Vikramaditya and the recently commissioned INS Vikrant, giving it a major advantage in projecting power and conducting air operations at sea. Pakistan, however, does not have any aircraft carriers. Destroyers. Speaking of ships, India has 13 destroyers, which are large, powerful ships designed for fleet protection and offensive missions. Pakistan does not have any destroyers. Destroyers play a crucial role in naval warfare, and India's fleet provides a substantial advantage in terms of firepower and versatility. Submarines. Both countries have submarine fleets, but India's is more extensive with 18 submarines compared to Pakistan's 8. Submarines are vital for intelligence gathering, surveillance, and strategic deterrence. India's larger submarine fleet enhances its intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance capabilities, as well as its capacity for maritime security operations. Nuclear capabilities. Both India and Pakistan have nuclear weapons, but they differ in their nuclear doctrines and strategies. India has adopted a policy of no first use of nuclear weapons, meaning that it will only use them in response to a nuclear attack. Pakistan, on the other hand, has not explicitly stated a nuclear doctrine and is widely believed to adopt a more flexible approach. This means that Pakistan could potentially use nuclear weapons preemptively or in a conventional conflict if it perceives a threat to its national security. India's nuclear triad consists of land-based missiles, aircraft, and submarines, providing multiple means of nuclear weapon delivery. Pakistan's nuclear arsenal primarily relies on land-based missiles with a smaller submarine-launched component. India's nuclear doctrine emphasizes restraint, and its nuclear weapons are primarily intended for strategic deterrence. Pakistan's nuclear strategy, however, is less clear, but its smaller arsenal may suggest a more tactical focus for its nuclear weapons. The difference in nuclear doctrines and strategies between India and Pakistan adds a layer of complexity to their military rivalry. India's explicit commitment to non-first use provides a degree of stability and predictability, whereas Pakistan's more ambiguous approach could potentially increase tensions in the region. Recent developments. Despite being one of the largest armies in the world, India has realized that it needs to be faster, smarter, and deadlier to tackle new challenges. In an effort to do this, India has initiated the formation of new Bhairav commando units along its borders with Pakistan. These units will focus on rapid strikes, infiltration, and surgical strikes deep into enemy territory. The aim is to give India's counter-terrorism and border operations a new dimension. Interestingly, there are rumors that Pakistan is not too happy about this development and has even threatened India. However, India remains committed to its policy of not starting a war but being fully prepared to defend itself if attacked. Pakistan has also been busy making moves to strengthen its military. With the support of allies like China and Turkey, it has been modernizing and expanding its arsenal. Recently, Pakistan successfully conducted the flight test of the Babar-to-cruise missile. This missile has a range of 1,200 kilometers, making it one of the longest-range missiles in Pakistan's arsenal. Another area where Pakistan has been focusing on is drone technology. The country has been actively seeking to acquire drones from Turkey and China to bolster its own drone program. Pakistan believes that drones will play a significant role in the future of warfare, and it is keen on building up its capabilities in this area. A direct conflict. So what would happen if these two countries were to engage in a direct conflict? As we have seen so far, India has the upper hand in terms of overall military strength, especially in the ground and air forces. However, war is not just about military hardware and numbers. It's also about strategy, leadership, and the will to fight. Pakistan, although smaller in size, has fought wars with India before and has proven that it can put up a fierce fight. Also, it is not just the two countries' military capabilities that would be at play in such a conflict. The actions of other countries and non-state actors in the region could also have a significant impact on the outcome. For example, Pakistan has close ties with China and Afghanistan, while India has strong relationships with the United States and several other countries. The involvement of these external factors could potentially escalate the conflict and lead to a wider regional war. Additionally, the presence of nuclear weapons on both sides introduces another dangerous element into the equation. The possibility of these weapons being used could have catastrophic consequences. Therefore, a war between India and Pakistan would be a complex and multifaceted event with implications that go beyond the capabilities of their respective militaries. So this was a look at the military strength of India and Pakistan in 2025. If you found this video informative, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more insightful content. Thank you for watching.